Dude, today's tourney was 7 hours. Holy shit. We'll watch the Liquid Series. Liquid Series is pretty hype. Basically, game one, we wanted to try. So this was our plan for finals. It's unfortunate that we obviously didn't get to use this during the finals, you know, the actual AWC finals. But we basically went into this matchup with their team knowing that our best shot to win was probably trying to play RPP. And we had like a strategy we wanted to try out against Double Dragon because I think we can beat their Boomy Rogue, whether it's sub or outlaw. I think we can beat their Boomy Rogue. I think that we can beat, you know, anything else they play, whether it's Windwalker or like a DK comp. But Double Dragon was easily like the hardest thing we could fight, I think. We're just kind of in a position where we know that if we want to win this series, we have to be able to beat Double Dragon. And we only fought them one time. We played one dance damage build for Rogue, and it didn't really work that well. So we never got to actually play against them again, but we wanted to try playing CDR Rogue and just kind of like going to both dragons was our plan. Or like at least either going both dragons or going Dragon and DK and CCing Trill all game, treating him like a healer. So that's kind of how this first game played out. Dude, these games were so long. Should we skip ahead? Oh my god. Basically, our plan was we want to obviously, we want to go both of the dragons, but we didn't decide that strat, I think, until the third game against them. The first game, I think our strat was basically we're going to go C-Do. We're going to go C-Do mainly, kind of attack everything, but try to make sure we're getting a lot of CC. So basically, at this point, you see we're kind of just behind on mana. We get Tears Deliverance back up. We're trying to train Chuck down because he doesn't really have any cooldowns. At this point in the game, I think as well, I think I was the one that caught and call for DK because we're high in dampening, and obviously DKs in dampening can definitely die. You see we're obviously CCing Trill most of this game as well. So this was our strat the first couple games, where we kind of want to just try our best to CC Trill and treat him like a healer and go the other two. Oh my god, we actually barely live with cheat death here. Okay, I kind of remember this now. And then we die. Okay, so we did lose the first game. I think after this first game is when we decided to go to CC the DK a lot. This is a prime game on Ashmains. This game, you can see I'm literally being so fucking annoying. I'm just running up, Hodge DK, Searing Glare both of them, Repentance the DK. Like, this guy is basically just the healer at this point in my eyes. I think this is the game we kill Trill, right? We kill Trill and then we're like sitting in the game and Jelly's like screaming at us like, focus up, they can win. And we're like, you always have to stay composed when you kill someone in the game, especially when it's this deep damp. Get a nice kidney here. Still kind of ooming. Go for another rep. Get a rep on the DK. Off the gouge. Go back Chuck. Double fear. Couple flash of lights too. So as you can see in a lot of these games too, once I start realizing that the mana is really, really important for us to have, it's like just straight mana conservative. So you'll see me sit here and just start spamming flash with my my infusion procs. So you get to this point in Mega Deep Damp where like you just have to worry about your mana. So cast of Repent, Flash of Light. I think they missed kick there too. What series do you think was the biggest challenge? I don't know. I would say the Liquid tourney. Or I would say the Liquid series. I think this series was our biggest challenge, not because they were more difficult or better or anything like that than any of the other teams. But just because we had no idea what we wanted to play. So I think that this series was the hardest one for us. Just because we weren't sure on what we wanted to do. Like, we weren't sure on what comp we were going to play, what matchup we wanted. We had no fucking idea. It was all a guessing game. So this series was all a guessing game for us. Whereas the series against Swapsy's team and then the series against Calvish's team were like pretty set in stone about what we were going to do. You know, we had an actual game plan. We had an actual game plan and like had a strategy of what we wanted to do and what we wanted to play. Whereas this series was like, all right, let's play Rogue Shadow Priest. Let's do this strategy we talked about and hope it fucking works. That's what this series was. Goodbye, Chuck. Because, yeah, this part of the game, it came down to mana. As you see, we have a Mega Dampener, 39% mana. We kind of start training Chuck towards the end of this game because he doesn't have any walls or any CDs left. No trinket as well because we get it from CC that last go. This cheap shot here, this last go. And at this point, he's kind of as well. So we basically are understanding that like we have to all in at this point. Like we have to all in this guy and win. Try to trade as much as we can and just stay high HP because we can win this game really soon. Yeah, the double dragon is just really hard to fight. So yeah, after we killed that guy, Jelly's just screaming at us like just continue to play because obviously they can 2v3 this late and damp when we're I think we lost the dollar end game too. The dollar end game was pretty fried. I haven't actually watched back what happened. I think we were like, this was like a bit of miscommunication because basically right here, I'm trying to go for a little bit of a drink. So we're at this point right now where we have no cooldowns and we know the game's going to come down to mana. So I'm trying to go for a drink. We have disperse and swap. I try to go for a drink. They chunk down Pika super hard here with Ebonmite. We get a swap. Barely get the swap off because we have no cheat death. We barely get the swap off. And I think this is where we're calling to like just run back and just trying to play defensive. So this was just a bit of miscommunication. Like I wanted to just sit back and do nothing for a while. And I think Pika ran back for a second and then decided to kind of go out and I think he wanted to peel for Wiz or something, but he kind of just runs out and then we just die here, which sucks. Because I think this game was actually going like decently well for us because we were heading into dampening with like pretty even mana, but we kind of threw that game away. Here we go, the Tiger's Peak game. So at this point, what's really nice about when you play in these tournaments, or like even if you're playing on ladder, you know you're playing against a certain comp for a long time. It's always a nice feeling when you play a matchup and you kind of start to understand more of how it's going to play out and what you need to do to win. So like at this point for us, we understand our win conditions. Our win conditions are we can get to deep dampening and win on mana, or if we play well enough with CC and swapping, we have a chance to win early by killing one of the dragons and just CCing the DK the entire game. So like that's going to open up opportunities for us to CC or for us to create pressure. We also realize that once we get into dampening, that Wiz needs to start triple dotting because not only is he going to make Sea-Doo have to heal Mez a little bit by just using a global or two on him, but he's also getting more healing from just getting VTs out. So the nice part about playing in these matchups is like, or in these series, is you kind of start to figure things out more with each game. So like you'll notice in this game, we're actually dotting the DK now. We're still CCing the DK, still pressing Hodge, still pressing Rep, but we're actively dotting him this time around. Yeah, we used to do this against Windwalker DK as well, where like we'd go Monk all game until dampening, and then we would go DK, yeah. So yeah, we obviously get to damp here. It's 24%. We're still dotting the DK a little bit. Wiz is doing pretty solid damage here too. We get a nice fear. Go behind the pillar, get a flash of light. Get communion here as well. And what's nice about this is, like I said, we're in a position. I get a nice bop on the Asphyxia here too, which was nice. I feel like I've gotten a lot better at bops over the last couple months I'm playing Pally. So we get a bop on the stun here. Try to stay aggressive. Try to cover it with a freedom too so they can't purge it. I get slept. They try to do their double blind. I think we end up killing Trill real soon here with a duel. But basically the whole game is we're treating the DK like a healer, and we're trying to spam setups on both evokers as much as we can. Yeah, this is probably get AMS here as well. So this comp, like I said, this comp is a mega dampener. Like they basically kind of stand on top of each other and endlessly rotate cooldowns. Like the DK can AMS for his teammates. Every 30 seconds, the DK can press AMS on his teammates. Both evokers have 1 minute on rescue, so they can rescue shield, which is 30% of your health. So both evokers can rescue. They both have 2 walls. on top of time dilation, on top of dream, like double dream projection, on top of renewing blaze, on top of AMZ. They have a ton of cooldowns. So yeah, they have rewind. Like they just have infinite cooldowns. Like look at their cooldowns. Obviously we have a lot as well, but it's like, it's a lot different, right? Because we can only use these for ourselves. Like cloak, evasion, vanish, only the rogue is using that for himself. Whereas like rescue can rescue the DK or the healer. This guy can rescue both. This guy has time dilation. He can dream projection both of them. He can rewind both of them. He can AMS his teammates. He can AMZ his teammates. It's like, it's just really hard to kill. They just have a lot of cooldowns. And they're also low CD too, which is what people don't understand. Rescue is 1 minute. Time dilation is 1 minute. Wall is 1.5 minutes or something. And they have 2 of them. AMS is 30 seconds. Dream projection is both, they're both 1 minute CDs. The evoker, the augmentation has time skip as well to kind of reduce CDs too. Like, it's just a lot to go through, but I think we managed to do it pretty well today, which, like I said, this comp was definitely our concern. Like, this was the concern of the finals. Obviously we didn't get to show that because we lost to Luminosity, but in that really close series, but we knew that against Liquid, we were going to have to fight this and try really fucking hard to win and hope it worked out. As you can see, his AMS here, this go. And now we're in a position which is nice. I can't believe he actually pulled this off and killed him here. The healer has Trinket, time dilation. He's got rewind in 30 seconds. And he has rescue. And dream projection coming up. And he might use it in a sec here, but Trill has no Trinket. And we actually managed to kill him in the duel, which was crazy. I was not expecting him to kill in this duel here. So I think they get to sleep. Peak of vanishes. Comes out. Chuck dream projections there. We get a kidney on Chuck. Cheap shot Trill. Get him to like 30% here with the go. Blind the DK. Shadowy duel him low. And we get the Void Torn too. I didn't even realize that. We actually got a tick or two of... We got like 2 ticks of Void Torn there before the duel. So fucking insane. Like if we didn't kill this guy here... If this guy doesn't die here, this game goes on for another 3 minutes, dude. This game goes on for another 3 fucking minutes. Because, like, look at what happens. Look at when he dies. When this guy dies, they have both rescues. They have time dilation. Chuck has double wall still. Trill has a time skip soon, I think. On top of having his dream projection back. On top of having trinket in 20 seconds. And they have rewind soon. If we don't kill this guy here, this game goes on for another 2 to 3 minutes. And then we probably lose. Fucking insane. Nail biter, dude. If he doesn't die here, we lose this game. He lives for 2 minutes and we lose. Then we have this hook point game. This hook point game was pretty crazy. This game was pretty fucked at some point too, because we ended up like chasing super hard to where we had no CDs left at this point. We were chasing like way too hard and they were actually just doing way more damage this game because I think we were just being too aggro. Get a rescue into Chuck. Double rescue here. We get a wall here as well. Molten Blood Shield. Get an AMS on Chuck there. Shroud, kick the Shroud. We have Disperse come back and Cloak. So we had a pretty rocky start, I think, this game. We just used a lot of CDs when we really didn't need to, kind of being too aggressive, and it put us behind, but thankfully we were able to kind of come back here. Casco it up. Try to go cheese a drink, maybe. I got Autumn back up as well, so my cooldowns are coming back. Chasing Chuck a bit. We get a Fear on the DK into a rep, which was really nice. So, like I said, the DK here is treated as a healer. And even though the DK can't do much in terms of, like, peeling, he's still kind of annoying to deal with, right? He's doing a ton of damage. He can Chains of Ice and slow us or grip one of us. Or maybe if he has blind come back, he can do that. But on top of that, like, just him pressing AMS on the setup is really rough. Yeah, he can AMS pretty much every DR. But, like, a lot of the times it's hard to, like, perfectly CC to where he can't do that. But it does help that we're just actively CCing him, yeah. Because he can't really do too much to peel outside of the AMS. But, like, the AMS is fucking huge. So we get a nice go on the... We get a nice go here on the DK, or on the Evoker. I get a rep on the DK, and then I also get a drink here, I think, too. Look at me. Look at me. Look at my character. Look at my character. Look at my cute little dwarf, dude. Look at me. Going for a drink. Going for a sip. Get my tears up here. Get kicked on my hand, though, but I got tears up, thankfully. They do their double go here, and I think what happens here too is Wiz disperses, and I still bubble. And looking back on this, I feel like this was kind of bad, but I bubbled on purpose here. This wasn't like a miscommunication. I bubbled on purpose because I don't think I was going to be able to save him if he didn't disperse. So he dispersed, and then I bubbled because I wanted to save mana. I didn't want to like wait too long and fall too far behind, because they were actually hitting me a lot more too, which was one thing they did as well that was a lot different, is in the later games of this series, they were actually just tab targeting me way more. So I just decided to trade the bubble here. Trade the bubble, get hand back up, top Pika, full HP. I have tears up forever too, got wings up. So now we're in a pretty good position if we live this Ebon might go. This person here save mana too? Yeah, there you go. It's funny when you watch back games after like a mega long tourney day. Like, I don't even remember how these games played out, to be honest. Like, I remember some of what happens in these games, and normally I remember all of it, but like, I'm actually just so exhausted today that I don't remember shit. I don't remember what happened at all. Okay, nice go on the evoker here. We get Trinket, AMZ. So we get double Trinket here. This go was pretty good. This was I didn't realize how good this was in the moment, but we end up doing the go on Trill here, where we get double Trinket, AMZ, and wall, I think, from Chill. So yeah, this go was a lot better than I thought it was. We actually got a cheap shot in DK. Do I get a rep here too? I think I get a rep here too that forces Trinket. So here we get a nice rep, Communion, Trinket, AMZ. So rep forces Trinket from DK with AMZ. We get Trinket wall from the augmentation. And he communions here. But if you guys did not know, communion doesn't heal in Shadowy Duel. So we actually got fucking everything from this setup here. This was a really good duel. Normally Pika's duels are pretty dog shit, I'm not gonna lie. But today was really good. I think Jason had fucking insane duels today. The duels today were actually insane. Like, this duel here was so good, dude. Holy shit. Like, let's take a second to admire how good this was. We had double cheap shot, kidney Trill, and towards the end of the kidney, we duel because he's half HP, and we literally get every cooldown. We get every fucking cooldown. We duel because he communion too, so like, we did everything. Yeah, he couldn't bop the Shaman too, so our last game against Swapsy's team, he got a duel on the Shaman, and we couldn't get bop there. He admitted to having the wrong spec when you guys told him so. Dude, he's so annoying. He's the best rogue in the game, but he's so stubborn and doesn't look at his talents at all. Doesn't look at his gear, doesn't look at his talents. He just plays the game. He's the guy that shows up at like an arcade, and like, you know how everyone, when they go to like Dave & Buster's or something, or they go to like an arcade, they always have like an idea of what games they want to play. He just walks by and he's like, huh, what do we have to do here? Just fucking hit the lights when they pop up? All right, fuck it, let's go. He just plays. That's what he is. He's that guy. He's the guy that just shows up, figures it out. Just figure it out. Idiot. Yeah, this duel was really insane. This was a really insane duel. I didn't even realize how much we got during that one go. Because when we were playing in the game, I remember getting Trinket AMZ. But we actually got everything here. This was a really insane duel. People on Wiz. I have Bob coming up too. I get a sack here. They have so many cooldowns, man. Like, every time watching these games, it's so crazy. You watch it and you're like, that setup that we just had was insane, wasn't it? We got Emerald Communion, double Trinket, AMZ, and Trinket Wall from the Evoker. And if you look at their cooldowns, they have Trinket Time Dilation, Rewind, Dream Projection. He can still AMS his teammate. And he has another wall back somehow. And he has Rescue. What the fuck? They have so many cooldowns. Holy shit. Nice kidney double fear here. I've been playing Pally all season, Yak, just because it's OP. It's just the best healer. All right, so we got Trinket that last go too, Trinket Rewind. So I think this next setup is when we win the game, right? I think we try to go Chuck. We push in. We get a silence. And then I think we get a double fear. Oh my God, this double fear was so fucking insane too. Dude, guys, sometimes winning tournaments in WoW and winning series in WoW comes down to like a battle of fucking inches and like luck and like shit happening at the same perfect exact moment you need it to happen. Like right here. Look at this. DK A-bombs. Look at this. We get a triple fear. Look at this fear. Look how far away Chuck. This is Chuck right here. You guys see the details? You guys see where details is right now? That's where Chuck is right now on the dragon. Look where Sea-Doo is. Look where Wiz is. This guy gets the fear at the literal max range. Max range fear. Triple fear their whole fucking team to set up this last kill. So like that's what I mean, right? That's what I mean in tournaments. We won this game because we got a triple fear, maximum range. Max fucking range, because he's fear botting, obviously, to set up the win. So we get a triple fear. I run over. Look at my little dwarf, dude. This is insane. And we feared his A-bomb, which was crazy. Well, I see the only person who pulls off Preservation Evoker at a high level. Med plays a really good Evoker too. But I would say Med and Sea-Doo are probably the best Evokers right now in WoW. Like, they're both really, really solid. I think they both put in a lot of time compared to other people on Evoker. And then, like, that's what matters, right? Like, you're playing a new class that just got added to the game. And they have put in an infinite amount of time. So, like I said, he presses A-bomb them here. We end up getting the fucking triple fear to set up the go on Trill. I run up. I get a rep. We gouge the DK too. So we gouge his DK. I think I get kicked on the rep, and then I just try to go for it instantly again. So I get kicked on rep. I try to go for it anyways. Look at this line of sight, dude. Look at this fucking angle. Like, barely get the rep here with this angle. We get the rep, and then this sets up the kill. So the triple fear just sets up this win here, where we get a rep into a DR sap, kidney, do a go on Trill, and there it is. That's the last game. Last game of the Liquid series. Last game of the Liquid series, which was fucking insane. Yeah, like I said, it sucks that we didn't get to use this in the finals, because I think that this matchup is the one that we were obviously most terrified about when it came to the AWC finals 3 weeks ago. So we didn't actually get to play that matchup because of the Luminosity series, but yeah, we ended up getting the win today. So even though it is a Liquid tournament, it's on AWC tournament and not a finals, it is nice to win. It is nice to win.